morning. Hello, Yvonne. Good morning. Hello, everyone. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Tim. Hi, Marty. Thanks so much, Marty, for everything that you're doing for us. Hello, Liz. Hello, Dan Street. So glad to see you here. Hello, John Barilla. We have about 6 minutes for everyone to come and join us. We have Michael Williams joining us today. And we have lots of people here tonight. Let's talk about products of OnPassive, right? Let me see. If you'd like to be on the panel tonight, please raise your hands and we will bring you on. Myself, Lynn will help bring you on as well.
I'm just going to lie in bed and listen to that. Oh, okay. You're welcome to.
I just muted Yvonne. Hi, Yvonne. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us, everyone, here today. Listra, good to have you here with us. I think Milo has said hello to everyone, but I'm going to go ahead and go down the list saying hello to everyone. We do have about 6 minutes, 5 minutes to say hello to everyone, and then we are going to start the program today, right? So hello, Bill Musk. Thank you for everything that you are doing. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Tim. Dylan. Hello, Marcianne Hamabu. Chris Stanovich, good to have you here. Christina Dott, good to have you here. Dan Street, so glad to see you here. Dan, Eric Kessler, good to have you here. Greg Lakin, John Barilla, Juanita Ali, Judy Oliver, Judy Rise, Listra Twet, good to have you here. Richard Lamoth, Theodore Williams, good to have you here. OnPassive, hello OnPassive, good to have you here. Marty, thanks so much for being here with us. Marie Pendy, good to have you here. Oh, Blaze, good to have you here as well. Susie, good to see you here. Pam Stanovich, Pat Perrin, Wayne Dockery, William Norris, William DeLone, Yvonne, good to have you here. Jeffrey McGrill, good to have you here. Juwan Lucas, good to have you here. James Stapleton, good to have you here. Jelena, hello, Jelena, good to have you here as well. Jerry Thomas, John Braden, good to see you here, John. So glad that you're joining us today. John Stolz, let's see, Jocelyn, Karen, Kathy, Leah Rana, Isaac, I think, Liz, David, good to have you here. Okay, let's see. You are host now. Can you make me co-host? Okay, let's see. Milo, if you could make Marty, I'm going to change his name right now. He is OnPassive. Could you make him co-host? Let's see. Hold on. Oh, Marty. Gamo. Oh, I love you guys doing live this morning, Marty and Red and Chris. It was fun. It was fun to see three of you together. Let's see who else. Lily Lane, good to see you. Mac, Mally K, good to have you here. Let's see. Merrick, good to have you here. Marie, Mark, Becca, Marlon, Mary Bruce. Mick, good to have you here. Michael Borrow, good to have you here. Michael Champagne, Monica Mo, I think. Mr. Chandra Street, good to have you here. Norma, Angelina Lynn, thank you everyone for joining us today. It's going to be a very, very fun program. We are right now live streaming from 5 channels. I think there's 5 channels. Marty DeGamo, Bill Must, Red Redfern, Julian Milo, OnPassive, and I think that's all. Good to have everyone here with us today. Let's see, if you'd like to be on the panel, please raise your hands. We'd love to bring you on. We'd love to have a conversation with you. And thanks for joining us today. Please, Lynn, if you could please look for Michael as well. Soon as he's in, please bring him on as well. Today, we wanted to focus on the products of OnPassive. We wanted to talk about how products of OnPassive going to be helpful to business owner as well. And so I'm glad that you are here today. Milo, are you ready to go? We got about 1 minute left.
I am just about ready. I was ready and I got a text come in, but I am ready now.
All right,
Ready?
we got one minute.
All right, let's wait 1 minute.
Yeah, what we're going to do is when we start the program, we are going to turn off the chat just so that we can, have a really concentrations on what discussed here. The chat can be very distractive. And, if you're watching live on our YouTube channels, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to make comments. And if you have questions, you can join us on the Zoom and ask questions as well. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining us here today. We're loving this, and we're ready to go. Milo, I'm sending it to you.
All right. Here we go. Julie and Milo show is here today. You don't want to miss a single word they say. Bringing you founders from near and far. Listen as they tell you now just who they are. Listen to the stories and how they tell. In just 3 minutes, how you doing well. Telling us what it's all about today. How they're loving that old staff the way on passive. It's a here today on passive. There's just no better way. Listen to the Julie and the Milo show. So then you can be the very first to know on passive. It's here today. Julie and Milo show is coming your way. Wednesday night on passive. Oh yeah. Yeah. Where you at, Julie? Take it away, Julie. I think you're down there. I'm not sure. Oh, there you are. Yeah.
I'm around here somewhere. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Julie and Milo show. Today is Wednesday, February 2nd, 2022. It's a very special day, right? It's 02/02/2022. It is a very special day, and we're loving to have all of our friends that are here today. Welcome all of our founders around the world. Welcome Redfern's here, Marty DeGamo, Dan Street, all of our friends, Lynn Nakamoto, Narelle, Wakon, welcome everyone that's joining us today. It's a special day today. It's because we want to focus really today about how the products of OnPassive could help the business owner. And that's what we want to focus around. I'm going to send it back to Milo really quick and have Milo saying hello to everyone and see if Michael William is in to welcome him as well.
Hello, everyone. How you doing from Nashville, Tennessee? It's good to have you guys on the show, man. I hear we're getting crazy weather all over the world. I hear that Florida's not they've got some cold weather. I know Michigan, I just talked with my daughter. They got like 12 inches up there in St. Joe, which is crazy. I'm glad to be from there. It's good to be here where it's nice and warm. And it's good to have you on the show because remember, we would not have a show if you was not here. I can guarantee you that. So back to you, Julie.
Absolutely, Milo. We do hope that everyone's facing the crazy weather around the world or around the United States. Hope you are staying safe. It is beautiful here, sunny in Southern California, and I'm blessed to be here. And I'm so blessed to be part of OnPassive. So blessed to be with Milo here running the Julie and Milo show. I appreciate you guys very much. Yes, without you, there's no Julie and Milo show. So we appreciate you around the world. If you are currently watching us right now on Redfern, Marty DeGamo, OnPassive, Julie and Milo show, please hit the subscribe button, hit thumbs up, click the bell, and just make sure that every time when we do one of these live streaming, you'll be able to receive the notification and jump right on, because what we share here in OnPassive will be very beneficial for you, your business, and the people around you, because what we're doing here in OnPassive is for humanitarian and also for the benefit of your business as well. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here today. I'm wondering if Michael William is in the house.
Michael Williams, come on down. I don't think he is here.
He is in the house, and yes, I am bringing Michael on to join us as well. Let's see.
Hey, Milo. Hey,
Yes.
Julie.
Go ahead, Tim.
Happy Groundhog Day.
Oh, thank you.
And I hope we don't have to go through a Bill Murray day.
Thanks so much, Tim. You know, Michael William has about 45 minutes to be here with us today. And we would love to spend that 45 minutes kind of pick his brain a bit here today. So Milo, I'm sending it back to you. I believe Michael is in the house.
Michael, Mr. Michael Williams, are you in the house? I would like to bring you on to the stage and we will highlight you.
Yes, sir, Mr. Milo. Yes, sir.
All right,
In the
my
house
Uper,
indeed.
my Uper buddy, how you doing, man? I hear I bet they got a lot of snow up there.
I'm sure they do.
Hey.
I'm sure they do. Houghton, Michigan.
Oh, isn't that the truth? Michael, it's so good to have you on the show today. And just to start it out, I know there's a lot of new people on here and they might not know who is Michael Williams. So can you just give us a few minutes and tell us what does AIM mean and who is Michael Williams?
So AIM, that's Automatic Incident Millionaire. So it's a system that we've created for the past 10 years, Milo. And so, it really was a system where people, all they had to do was just get into what we were doing. That was it. We did everything for them. So when OnPassive came along, it just made perfect sense, that OnPassive then became our AIM system. And as far as, where I'm concerned, I've been a marketer for 10 plus years, specifically on the internet. Prior to that, did a lot of marketing offline as a business owner, et cetera. But just someone who cares about people, Milo. That's how I describe myself. Someone who cares about people, someone who would like to see, a smile on people's faces, when they succeed in life. So we try our best to do what we can to assist in that cause. And so, that's why for us, OnPassive just makes so much sense because, we kind of come together, lock arms in trying to achieve that goal for as many as we can reach out to. Right. So in a nutshell, that's who we are. That's what we're about.
Fantastic. Awesome. Thank you, Michael, for being here with us. As a business owner yourself, today we are focusing basically on not the tech side of OnPassive, on the products of OnPassive as a whole. Now, we all here understanding the fact that the creation of business of OnPassive is focusing on each and individual person, not only that, but for the business owner itself. So my question to you is, how do you see OnPassive products beneficial for business owner?
Well, when in speaking about businesses, Julie, what are business trying to accomplish? Obviously, they want to sell their products, they want to sell their service. Okay, and how do they go about doing that? Well, marketing plays a very strong role in that, right? And what are they trying to accomplish in the end? The bottom line is, if you can help companies, minimize their expenses, if you can help companies, maximize their profit, their rate of return, on what they're doing, if you can help them save money, make things more convenient, more effective, more efficient for them, then you certainly have a win-win situation. And so as I look at OnPassive's products, right, that's what I see. I see a group of products whereby, business owners will be able to tap into, and it's going to allow them to have a one-stop shop, have all the tools and products that they need under one roof. So it makes things easier for them. And to their bottom line, it's going to minimize their cost and what they're already spending on these types of tools, right? And at the same time, it's going to help them put more money in their pockets so that they can expand their business. So OnPassive is right there as far as business owners are concerned, that it is something that is going to help them tremendously, moving forward.
Wow, that's great, Michael. I'm so glad you're here with us today. And what question to ask you? There's so many that I can ask you, but I would just like for you to explain to us where you think we are right now and get us excited because you're one of the best speakers out there. So if you could just talk to us a little bit about that.
I don't know about that, but I certainly will try my best, Milo. You know, in looking at the business of OnPassive, you know, we know that there are three phases, or we should know this, right? That you have the pre-launch phase, and this is where everything is basically developed, right? So you start off with an idea, you know, so our CEO, Ash Mufareh, had an idea. This is what he'd like to accomplish. This is what he wants to see, you know, with regards to his business. And so he went about doing that. He went about, you know, hiring the necessary staff, you know, going to work on the products that he wanted to create so that we have everything in-house, you know, so all that takes time, finding location, you know, of where you want to run your business and so on. So that brought us to where we are right now, which is on that verge of crossing over from that pre-launch phase into the semi-launch or soft launch phase, you know, which basically means that we can now actually test the products, then do the beta testing. Alpha testing is done with the tech staff and so on, but that's part of the pre-launch phase. And then you get into the beta testing where we can get our hands on it, touch it, feel it, you know, make sure things are working the way they ought to, and provide any necessary feedback so that the tech staff can make the necessary adjustments, right? And so as we go into that phase, you know, then we can certainly expect marketing campaigns to be deployed whereby the company will be reaching out there to millions upon millions across the globe, you know, to inform them about what OnPassive is, how OnPassive can help them change their lives. So that's kind of where we are right now. And to me, that's an exciting time. It's an exciting time because we've been able to look back of where we're coming from, see the beginning, you know, see the various ups, the downs, everything that has to do with starting up a business, especially one of this magnitude. So as we do that, as we look back and see where we're coming from, we can see all the different markers, all the different, events, different stages whereby we can see that, yes, progress has been made. Are we still in the same place where we were a year ago, 2 years ago? Absolutely not. When we log into our back office right now, is it the same? Do we see the same things that we saw a year ago, 2 years? Absolutely not. So as we see these things, now our conviction, our confidence is built because we know, yes, we are getting there. We know it's not a single event. We know it's a journey, and every single journey, there are markers. There are things, if I'm leaving from here, Milo, and I'm heading to, let's say, Detroit, Michigan, I know I got to go through London, Ontario. I know I got to go through Windsor. I got to cross the bridge or go through the tunnel. There are markers, so I know I'm getting closer and closer to my goal, right? And that's what we see in OnPassive, whereby now, we have access to some products that we can actually test. So that is a fantastic indication, of what's coming up next. So every single founder should be excited now. And if they're not excited, Milo, it simply means that they weren't paying attention. Right, that's all it means. They weren't paying attention, but now they still have an opportunity to now turn on that light bulb, get cracking as far as taking a look at what we have in front of us, knowing that this is the solution of a lifetime. There's no doubt about that, my friend.
Absolutely.
It's so beautiful hearing what you're saying. But today we actually do live stream from what our conversation here, and I do believe that there are a lot of business owners that are here, whether or not they're founders or not founders. And I have seen throughout, the first 3 years, I've been in it for about 3 years now, and there is an abbreviation of CATMO. It's complete digital solutions, automatically 100% deliver targeted traffic to business owner. Michael, if you could please talk to us a little bit about CATMO. How does that excite the business owners who are listening right now?
Well, one thing every single business needs is traffic, right? There's no doubt about it. Whether you're a small business, medium-sized business, you can be a sole proprietor. It just doesn't matter. If you're in business, you need traffic. You need real eyeballs to take a look at whatever it is that you're offering, okay? And so what they will find within OnPassive is the automated process. A way to automatic sell your products, a way to automatic follow up with customers, a way to produce automatic sales, a way to build a team of customer base, right? Which could basically turn people into instant millionaires if that is a goal, right? So with businesses, yes, they're making money, but guess what? Every single business I know is always trying to make more money. McDonald's, very, very successful franchise, but yet they still continue to market, they still continue to advertise. We see them on TV, we see the billboards and so on, right? Why? They're already making money, yet they continue, right, to do the marketing side of things. So within OnPassive, we know that we're going to be able to get not just run-of-the-mill traffic, but targeted traffic. So can you imagine a business that's all they have to do is just say, yes, I'm in, right? And now, as a result of that, they're going to have this targeted traffic that's coming. In other words, they don't have to lift a finger as far as, okay, you know, where do I advertise? How do I? They don't have to do any of that. The system is designed to be able to send these real live visitors to their particular domain, their website, to view what it is that they're offering. That is a huge plus for the business community. Okay, and then you have the individual products, such as, I won't go through all of them, but such as OStaff. If you have a business that actually have a HR department, right, a human resource department, well, you need something like what OnPassive is putting out there, right? Our very own human resource management system. Okay, so a company can participate, right, be able to use something like that, utilize it within their business. That, as I said before, is going to minimize their cost. The thousands upon thousands of dollars that they're paying for such a product that they need. It's not that they want it, they actually need it to help run their business. And through OnPassive, it's going to be much more cost effective, right? So that, again, is a plus, right? That is a plus. And there's other products within there as well that they'll be able to utilize. But definitely what comes to mind is the traffic, Julie. You know, that's a main component. You know, being able to have real people that can take a look at your offer and make a decision to become your customer. That is massive. And so they'll be able to have that automated for them, you know, which is going to also give them more time freedom. The business I'm referring to, give them more time freedom. Okay.
There's so many big things, Michael. You know, you talk about the targeted traffic, such a big thing, you know, that we're going to have targeted traffic go there. We talk about OStaff. What an incredible product. But then you think about, you know, businesses, what about the security that we have coming? How big is that going to be for businesses and stuff? I don't see why any business in the world would not want to jump on this right away.
You're absolutely right, Milo. And this is where I take a holistic approach, you know, in speaking to others about OnPassive. You know, I don't necessarily take a single product and say, okay, Mr. Business Owner, have a look at OStaff because you're going to love it. You're going to need it. These are all the features, blah, 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 blah. I take the holistic approach by sharing with them what OnPassive is about. Because right now we're at the founders membership stage, right? But it's not about getting customers in at this stage, okay? Right. So therefore I take that holistic approach. And by sharing with them the mission, vision, with regards to OnPassive, the various products that are in, how they can utilize the service and so on, right? Then if they resonate, right, with the mission, vision of what our CEO has put out there, you know, then they jump in as a founder. Never mind coming in, you know, as just to be someone that's going to be a customer of the company. They can participate in that mission, vision itself, okay? Because remember now, a business owner is an individual just like you and I. You may not have a business, but they're still a human being. They're just the same as you, you know what I mean? So, you know, if it's good enough for you to come in as a founder, why isn't it good enough for that business owner to come in as a founder? If they have the right mindset, by all means. So I take that holistic approach and share the business with them that way. So when they come in, they're fully, believe in the entire process, not just a single product.
Wow, that's amazing. Michael, you and I and so many people here witnessed what the meeting yesterday was going on. There was over about 2,000, 3,000 people that was watching. There's a lot of light bulb moments at that time. What was the light bulb moment for you from the meeting that we had with our CEO yesterday? without even give out the proprietary, because we do a live here today. So what's yours, Michael?
Julie, there's so many different things that were said, but it's the reaffirmation, right? It's reaffirming what has been said over and over and over again, that it's a done deal. The whole idea that it's an overdone deal, people just have to get that this is not lip service. This is not some CEO just blowing hot air. There's substance behind that. And we who are in can see the substance. And this is what I mentioned earlier, that when we log into our back office, we can see the transformation. We can see the changes that has occurred since day one, or from whenever day one is for us. Day one could be, 6 months ago, a year ago, and so on. Obviously, for those who have been in longer, there's much more that they've been able to see with their own eyeballs. I remember when there was no office building in Hyderabad, India, right? Okay, but guess what? Come December 2020, all of a sudden now you have an entire building to house all of our tech staff, all the other employees and so on, right? So when you're able to see that the CEO is still fired up, right? He's still excited about the journey, right? And to let us know that we're even closer to that finish line than most people think. We are ahead of the curve. Some people think that, it's taken a long time because, it's been 3 years, 3.5 years. But guess what? It takes time. It takes time to build any business, much less one that is coming out with the types of products that our company is coming out with. And as I said, when you see it, Julie, right? When these products are demoed with you, when you get a chance now to say, okay, well, let me try this, let me try that. There's a difference because the belief level should go up, right? So it has to start from our CEO. So if his belief level is up and it's way up, right? And if we can join him, right? If we can join him by having our level, at the same level, it makes a huge difference. That's why I can sleep well at nights, because I know I'm in good hands. That commercial, I think it's Allstate Insurance. Are you in good hands? Right? We know that we're in good hands with our CEO and this company, right? So that's a reason for people to celebrate. That's reason for people to understand that, yes, no, we're not talking 5 years out, 2 years out. We're talking in short order, all of this is coming to fruition. And it was confirmed that instead of, these different ideas that we talked about, I'm trying not to say things that not necessarily should be said, in a live audience. But when we know of things, and products and tools and services, that were a year away, 2 years away, 3, and to hear that no, these things are happening right now, they're being worked on right now, that should send a message to all founders that, folks, we are right there. And so I'm excited. If you can't tell I'm excited, then I don't know, maybe I'm still sleeping. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of reasons. Not hype, but there's a lot of reasons to be fired up. There's a lot of reasons to be excited because we all got into Ampassive for a reason. And it's about time, that those reasons are going to materialize for all of us.
Absolutely. It's so true, Michael. And, I feel like it's almost really not a business. It's a movement now with, everything that we're going to and the humanity type thing. And I know you're a guy that likes the numbers, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but have you did any projections? I mean, right now, I think we're getting between maybe 1,200 and 1,800 a day coming in. Do you have any projections? What's going to happen once we go into the marketing campaigns? Where do you think that's going to fall?
Well, it's, we don't know. Our CEO, he has stated that, if we do these campaigns and if all the company does is break even, it's a win, right?
Right.
But from an individual standpoint, I look at this business beyond what the company can do, because I'm the type of person, I don't really like, to leave my success in the hands of others, right? I'm a doer, right? I like to be active, right? I like to get things done. And so what I see is that once the marketing campaigns, start to roll out, right? And that gives me an opportunity now to tag along and do my own marketing campaign, which I know will bring results, right? And so because of the stage where we're at right now, it's going to be that much easier to get others to see the vision. Why? Because as I stated already, we have so much more to share, so much more to show, right? People, when they come in, they're seeing a lot more than just coming in and all they have is these two videos to listen to. You understand? We have such a robust virtual back office right now that alone, people are looking at it and they're amazed by it. You understand me? They're starting to get that warm and fuzzy feeling about it. Why? Because they can start to see how this thing is all unfolding. They're starting to see, where this thing is going to be 2 years, 5 years, 10 years down the road. And so from a numbers standpoint, Milo, it could be anywhere, to be frank. We could see a few million, depending on how long the campaigns go for. We can see a few million coming in, right? I know that there's individuals on standby right now that's waiting to have that opportunity to start bringing in a million plus, right? There are people right now waiting for that, right? And I take a country like India, for example. Like, I think personally that you're going to have some folks in India that's going to bring in at least 1 million on their own. Never mind what the campaigns are going to be doing, right? Just because of how things are set up, how things are designed during that phase, So it's just exciting times. But what I would look to as from a numbers perspective, Milo, is more so what happens when the company opens its doors, global launch. What's going to happen in that first month, second month, third month, 90 days, just from the traffic standpoint. There's going to be such a huge buzz all around the globe from the internet, on the internet, as to what's going on with this company, because you're going to have, so many, I'm not going to say 1 million, but you're going to have definitely, a few 100,000 individuals that will be putting stuff out there in addition to what the company's doing. The company's going to be spending millions of dollars on advertising, on traffic. So I can't see how we don't get massive results, Milo. I just can't see it. If we as little individuals can go out there, and still generate 100,000 on your team, for example, how much more when you have a software or a system that doesn't sleep? I mean, I have to sleep. You have to sleep. But when you have a technology that doesn't sleep and it's working around the clock, then you should get more production. And I believe that's what we're going to see, even during this testing phase with the marketing campaigns. Because again, it's going to be a similar situation whereby the technology is not sleeping, it's working around the clock. So, look out is what I say. Look out, because it's going to be massive.
Wow, loving it. Loving what you're talking about, the projections, or not projections, but what is going to be in the future for many of us in terms of the traffic, how beneficial it is for the business owner. I'm going to have Michael take a few sips of water, and I just want to let everyone know, if you're watching this, you need to get back with the person who shared this with you. Get back to them and said, I'd like to be part of that on Passive, and they can share the link number 49. Ask for link number 49. If they are founders of OnPassive, they know exactly what to do. All you have to do is be part of OnPassive. It's a $97 business decisions. Once you be in it, you get to witness the development, the process of everything that's going on. What Michael Williams sharing with us here today, take some of that nuggets and just really think about it, plugging in, be a founder of OnPassive. You are going to win. OnPassive, guarantee your success. And what's your thought about that, Michael, when I said OnPassive, 100% guarantee success for everyone that involved?
We say all you have to do is get in, right? That's, we say it, we've said it, oftentimes, and people, what does that mean, right? Well, when we say all you have to do is get in and you're going to win what, right? We're talking about being able to win financially. Now, does it mean that every single person is going to win financially? Yes, absolutely. But we can't say how much that's going to be. We don't know, Julie. Okay, Julie, are you going to be making, $2,000 a month? is Marla going to be making, $7,000 a month? Is Marty going to be making $20,000 a month? But we can't say what that number is. We don't know because it doesn't work that way, right? This is not some get rich quick thing. This is a real business that requires traffic comes in. From the traffic, people make a decision. Yes, I like the product, so I'm going to buy. Okay. When that happens, that's a sale. We make money. So we can't control how many people are going to buy. If I send 1,000 people to my site, how many will buy? We don't know. Maybe Marty has 1,000 that comes and 50 buy, right? Maybe you, Julie, have 1,000 also that comes and 100 buy. You understand? It's going to vary. But the bottom line is that every single person is going to win. This is so simple. This is so simple that someone 85-year-old, right? Some 85-year-old will be able to do it. Why? Because all they have to do is get in. It's as simple as that, right? Because not that there's no work to be done. We're just saying the work is being done by the technology. The technology is doing the work, right? So it's not that. So work has to be done in any and every business that is legit. Work has to be done. But the beautiful thing about OnPassive, it doesn't have to be done by you. Okay, that's the difference.
That is so amazing. Thank you, Michael, for being here with us. Everyone, you are watching live today with Michael William, one of our founders here in OnPassive. Right now, I would like to open it out to everyone who are attending the meeting here in live. Could raise your hand. And you do have 2 minutes if you are making comments, and if you have questions to address to Michael William, please address your question. One question only for each person. And we only have 15 minutes, roughly probably about 18 minutes to be exact, so that Michael is going to have a meeting coming up shortly after this as well. And it is now time for you, if you have questions, would love to, to call you on to have questions with Michael. And it's really excited for all of us being here. So let's see, William, I see William, you have your hands up. Actually, yeah, William, please go right ahead. William from Canada.
Hello, Julie. I think there was somebody before me.
Let's see.
Deepak.
Oh, Deepak is up. Sorry, William. Go ahead, Deepak, if you could please unmute your mic.
Thank you, William. Thank you, Julie, ma'am. Sir, my question is, sir, OnPassive will launch with complete internet ecosystem, or they will launch with few products and later they will come with complete internet ecosystem?
Thank you for that question, Deepak. And so the company will launch with some products, not every single product that they plan to bring to the marketplace, okay? There will be a certain amount that they will start out with, but they'll continue to add, okay? They'll add more products and more products, right? If there's a product that is needed for the marketplace, then that product will be available. Not necessarily all at once, but certainly over time, okay?
All right. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Deepak. And
Thank
next
you,
up, we have William. William, Marshmallow Man, come on down, brother.
Hello. Hi, Mallow.
Hey,
Hi,
William.
Julie. Hi, William. I have a question about the 3 I's. Now, you have the corporate, you have the founders, and the external. Now, what is the most important? Would it be the founders, or the corporate, or the external?
I'm not sure which one is the most important, because all 3 are important. From the corporate standpoint, obviously the company is the one that's creating the products, right? So things have to look good from their perspective at first, but there may be a few things that they don't know or see or overlooked. So here comes the second eye to be able to assist with that by having, people that are not part of the tech team. So that's us as founders, right? So it's important that for us to be able to assist in saying, I've actually used it now, and I noticed this and I noticed that, so we can provide the feedback and suggestion, right? And then it's good to have the third eye, so you have external individuals, entities, etc., that can utilize the products because now they are not biased. Because we could be biased. You know, we love the companies, so we say, oh yeah, product is great, let's go, right? But then maybe, maybe you need, that completely unbiased eyes, right? That can look at the product, test it out, try it, and all of that, and to give the proper feedback that is needed. Unbiased feedback. That's what the company is looking for. The company's not looking for people to say yes, 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 because you're thinking that's what the company wants to hear. No, the company wants to have real feedback. So if there is something wrong, we say something is wrong. So that way they know to tweak it, to make sure when it does come to the full public launch, okay, we're providing something that's going to offer value to the marketplace.
Also, the external eye would give feedback too.
Absolutely.
Thank you, William. Thank you, Michael. Just one clarification, actually, quick question on that part. First eye is the tech team, our company, and second eye is the founders. Third eyes are the public. So when you're talking about third eye for the public to use, does that mean that the public actually can have a way to beta test the product when it's ready for them to beta test? Am I correct, Michael?
That is correct. There will be some products such as OSTAF, whereby not every single person out there in the public, but there will be a certain amount that will have access, that they'll be able to give that unbiased feedback. Yes.
Absolutely. So business owners, if you are not a founder of OnPassive, you might want to get back with the person who shared this with you. And maybe, when it's ready to go and when OnPassive ready for the third eyes to look at, maybe it is time for you to see if you can be part of it. All right. Thank you, Michael, for answering that question. Ricardo, you are up next if you like to place a question to Michael William.
Hi, Judy.
Hello.
Hey, how are we doing over there?
Doing fantastic.
I just calling to say how much I appreciate all of you. I'm always on the webinars, and my wife and I are watching a bunch of videos since 2019. And just thank you very much for all you do for all this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Ricardo.
You're welcome.
Thank
you can see I just got in the car wash.
All right.
Thanks, Ricardo.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. And next up, we got Mr. Narayan. Come on down, Mr. Narayan Pokarel.
Thank you, Milo. Hi, Julie, and all leadership councils. Hard work. We are going ahead. I have one question with the Michael William, who I follow always. My prospects, my friends who joined with me, they always ask about overflow, and I could not explain them about overflow. So, Michael, can you clear me? I think many of them are listening right now because I have shared with them in live. So, can you please explain me and my prospects what exactly is the overflow in our system, please?
So when I'm sharing, OnPassive with others, I firmly believe that, we don't give them everything, right? We can't give them everything. We can't tell them about overflow. We can't tell them about, triple reentry bonus. There's so much that I don't believe that we should be sharing with prospects. Give them enough information for them to make that informed decision, about getting in. Once they're in, now they can spend a lot more time to find out exactly how this works or that works, and so much more, right? To me, it just makes more sense to do it that way, right? But to be fair to you and to answer the question, overflow, just think of it this way. Overflow will reward people for work that they themselves have not done, okay? Think of it that way. So meaning that the whole idea is to have a team of customers. That's how you make money. If you have customers, you make money, okay? if I have a big team of customers, okay, I make big money. If I have a small team of customers, I make small money. You understand? Okay, so overflow will help to enhance your team of customers. Okay, it will help to build out your team of customers. It's going to give you additional customers on your team, whereby you didn't really do anything to achieve that. Okay, so that's the easiest way I can explain overflow to someone. Okay, is that you can come into the system and when we launch to the public, you may find that you're generating income, in ways that you weren't aware of. Like, okay, why am I getting paid for this? Or how did I get this particular customer, and so on. But you'll be able to have a report and it'll show you how the different income was achieved. But bottom line is, you're getting rewarded for coming in early. Okay, so there has to be an incentive for somebody to come in, in 2020 versus 2021. Okay, there has to be a reward for someone who came in 2019 versus someone who's coming in 2021. Okay, and part of that reward system is the overflow aspect. Okay.
Thank you, Michael, and thank you, Narayan, for asking that questions. I think when we share on passive with other people, we share more of the values of that pack into on passive itself, instead of overflowed and this and that team. I think the value of that packed into, if you're looking at Alistra's, she has a logo of on passive in there. You look at the logo and where my little background is. There is a value that packed into that. It's called on passive. So share that. I think it would be more valuable instead. Milo is rubbing the hands right now, so I'm going to go ahead and call on William Norris. William, you are next.
Hello, everybody. Appreciate everything everybody's doing, and just wanted to tell you that it's really a pleasure to be with on passive and be with this group. Michael, my question is about Academy. And it may have been asked before, but if it has, I didn't hear the answer. So once Academy is up and rolling, would there be classes taught, for people that want to learn how to market? Like I said, I don't know if that question has been asked before or not.
Well, with regards to Academy, William, some people are passionate about marketing, so therefore I believe some people will share that passion, on a global scale, right? Be able to use the platform and provide a course on that. Now, my take when it comes to marketing is, if on passive provides a way for you to get additional marketing without you lifting a finger, well, I'm going to take that way, right? I'm going to purchase additional marketing or traffic from the company, so that way I can be on the beach and enjoy life, right? But if somebody really cares what they want to learn and so on, I'm sure that will be available, because some people are passionate about it, and some people really just like to learn just for learning's sake. So I'm sure that'll be available. Yes.
Yeah, that was where I was coming from, because I have people on my team, and I myself would like to learn the mechanics of marketing online. It'd be good information, be good knowledge.
All right. Thank you, William. Thank you, William. Good question. All right. How about Marty? Marty, come on down, brother.
I couldn't go without talking to Michael. How's everybody doing? Yeah, you know what I was thinking, Michael, and I wonder if you feel the same way. I think as you know, when you market or email marketing or affiliate marketing, whatever, that attrition is a killer. You got to learn to bring people faster than they quit. I believe on passive will be so much better at cutting that down, that I think when people come, they will stay. I just wanted your thought on how attrition will be different here than the 299,000 other businesses I've been in. I mean, what your opinion of that might be.
Great point. Great point, Marty. And certainly we know you join a company and, you're out there marketing and you're able to, bring some folks into the business. And then, if they're not making money fast enough, what do? They quit, right? So now you have to constantly replace. Because one of the things that you normally have in those situations is what's referred to as auto ship. People are paying some sort of subscription, it's monthly, it's coming out of their pocket, and whether they're making money or not, they still have to continue to pay. So for some people, 30 days, that's it. They give you 30 days, and if you can't help them make money in 30 days, they're gone, right? For some, it's longer than that. But think about it. You have someone who's been in the business for even say 6 months, right? And so for 6 months, they're paying month after month after month out of their pocket. And then it's like, I'm not making any money. I got my phone bill that needs to be paid. Should I go pay this auto ship, this subscription for this business that's not making any money for me? It's costing me money. Or do I go pay my phone bill? So they make a life decision. And that usually means, well, stop this auto ship, stop this subscription, and I'm gonna go pay my phone bill or my light bill or whatever, my mortgage, whatever the case may be, right? So therefore, you're gonna have that problem constantly of people leaving, because we know the majority of people out there are not making any money. They're not. I mean, people lie all the time, tell you they're making money, and they're really not making any money, right? But the truth of the matter is that you have so many people not making money, so they jump from this business to the next business to the next business, thinking for some strange reason, well, the next business is gonna be different. But if it's the same mechanism, if it's the same model, right, you're gonna get the same result, right? Which is usually what? It's costing me money, but with OnPassive, you pay one time out of pocket, the system takes care of everything else. So attrition is gonna be, I'm not gonna say non-existent, because some people, they just can't help themselves, okay? So I'm not gonna say it's non-existent, but it's certainly gonna be a very, very low percentage, because you've paid once, and that's all that's coming out of your pocket, right? That's all that's coming out of your pocket. So yeah, I would agree with your sentiment that, yeah, definitely, it's gonna be night and day, and that is huge. That is a massive deal, folks. That is a massive deal to be able to be in a business whereby, okay, if I have 10,000 customers this month, chances are next month, it's gonna be more than 10,000, not less. 6 months from now, it's gonna be more, not less. A year from now, it's gonna be more, not less. It's a huge deal.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you, Michael. Thanks, Marty, for asking that questions. Michael, I know we're running out of time with you very soon. We do have one more question. Is that okay if we take one more? Yes. Awesome, thank you. Willow Griffith, so good to see you and so good to have you here. Willow, please go ahead and unmute your mic and ask the question.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn my mic off, my picture on. I'm in my son's garage and it's a scary place here. Not only cold, I have to bundle up, but I want to say thank you to Michael for being here and offering such sage advice when we need it so badly. Some of my people that are, I have a small team, and the questions that come up the most, and they always ask me, okay, I was kind of lax about building it. I haven't had time. I've had to work and we've had COVID. After it launches, how will I be able to expand my business? And will that, do you have to wait for the company to expand it for you? Is there extra things that you can do? Can you put on, I suggested that they could probably put on extra, I hate to use the word affiliate, but reseller positions, under their line. What would you suggest as a marketer, Michael, that I could tell them?
Sure. Well, what we know is the process of what's going to happen as far as how a customer is going to be generated for us. Okay. So what we want to be doing is more of that, right? So how do we do more of that? One, we ourselves can direct individuals to our site, our unique domain name. We can do that. And that's all we would have to do, right? From a personal standpoint. All we have to do is direct. We don't have to explain anything, no presentation, none of that. We just point people to the site. The system takes over from that, okay? That's one. Two, we can purchase additional traffic from the company so that we have more of that action going on. Because it all starts with that traffic, right? The more traffic we get, the more eyeballs we get looking at our site, the greater the probability of conversions, the greater the probability of sales, customers, which ultimately means more money in our pocket. So that's what I would say. Those are the two main things really. Sure, they can get, reseller accounts and all of that, but I would stick to those first two. Either one, right, just direct more people, either yourself, right, and or purchase additional traffic from the company to drive more eyeballs to your site.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Willow. Thank you, Michael. I do have just a quick question. We talked about, overflow. We talk about team here. A lot of people who watch this for the very first time might not understand what it means. Could you just really quickly, help them understand what that means, or is that really important?
Well, the thing is this, okay? Within OnPassive, right, a person can come in and they can be passive in the sense of, they're not recruiting others, okay? They're not recruiting other people to come in. They just come in, they're paying attention, okay? They're logging in their back office, they're being educated, about the company and all of that. They're attending webinars, they're paying attention, they're keeping up to date as to what's going on in their business. So that's someone we refer to as being passive, okay? Then you have someone who we refer to as being active. And so that individual now, is one that is actively, sharing and inviting others to come to the table, okay? So when you have that situation now where people are pre-building their team of customers, right? That now gets you to your income goal much faster. So let's just say my income goal is to make $2,000 a month, okay? So if I come into the business and, I'm just paying attention, doing all of that stuff that I mentioned, then you're not pre-building, you're not building up your team of customers, because all the founders that may be on your team, all the ones that you've invited to become founders within the company, they will be your first set of customers, okay? So that means if I'm actively doing that, and that team is growing, so when I get to the official launch, right, if I have, let's say, 2,000 on my team, okay, it just simply means I'm gonna get to my income of $2,000 a month faster than someone who gets to the launch phase and they have 0 on their team. It's going to take time for the company to go to work for you, conversions, all of that stuff, to add more to your team, to increase that team, right? So, that's what that is. So is it important? Well, it's up to the individual. For some people, I have all the time in the world. So if it takes 5 years for the company to build me, the income goal that I'm looking for, I'm happy with that. For some people, well, no, I need it right now. So because they need it right now, this is, well, I'm going to try and build a team as best as I possibly can. So that way I can only help myself, right? So whether that's 5 individuals that actually become a founder on my team, or whether that's 2, or whether that's 3, or whether that's 30, it doesn't matter. Anything that you do, right? Anything above 0 is better than 0, right? If I have 1, it's better than 0. Okay, so if I'm trying to get to 2,000 and I have 1, that means I have what, 1,999 to go, right? If I have 1,000, then that means I have 1,000 more to go. You understand? So it's just a matter about reaching my income goal, but we all have different, scenarios, right? Different desires, different goals. So it just depends on that. I would say it's important, because why would I want to take 5 years to reach my income goal, versus doing it in 1 year or 1 month, right? So for me personally, it's important, and not just that, but I have to believe that there are individuals in my life that I would like to be exposed to this, that if they see it like, oh, I see it, they will jump in, right? They will jump in and benefit the same way I'm going to benefit, right? Why wouldn't I do that? It only makes sense to me, as opposed to wait until the actual launch. Now I'm going to reach out to people I know and say, okay, we've launched, okay, come on in. No, I'm going to give them the opportunity to say yes or no. Every single one of us have to make a choice. We all said yes, those of us who are in. We could have said no. It's a choice, right? So I like to give people choices, okay?
I love it. Thank you, Michael. Thank you so much for your time and coming here and talking to us today. It was phenomenal, and we love it. Everyone, let's give Michael a big hand. I know he's got to go someplace else, but thank you so much, Michael. And we have been put at such a big advantage if we'll just do our part, if we want to pre-build. If we don't, we don't have to. But it's a big advantage that's in front of us right now.
Absolutely, Milo, and I thank you and Julie for inviting me here today. If we just think of the market and value, of all the products that we have, if we just think of that, we can easily see, right? We can easily see how OnPassive will help uplift humanity by stimulating the global economy, right? We'll be able to stimulate the global economy, which is a good thing, right? It's a very, very good thing. For example, if we look at the, somebody mentioned about the e-learning platform, Academy, right? Okay, we know that space, right? That industry is expected to reach over $350 billion by 2025. So we just have to think of the market and value from all these different products combined to see where the opportunity lies and to see how OnPassive will play a role in the global economy, and all of us can facilitate that. We can all be a part of it. We can all participate in it. We can all benefit from it. And why not? Why not? All right.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Michael. It's always great to have you on with us. We appreciate you very much. We hope that you stay well and safe. Have a great evening, Michael.
Thank you, Julie. Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here. If you are not founders of OnPassive, please stay around. We do have many leaders here that will be able to answer or address any questions if you like to have questions, or just get back with the person who shared this message with you. I do see that Red Redfern's here, Marty DeGamo, Dan Street, Chris Johnson, Peter Roger. I mean, every single one here that are here with us will be able to address any questions that you have if you're a guest joining us. So I'm sending it back to you, Milo.
All right, we have Mr. Keith Morris up. Come on down, Keith, and talk to us, brother.
Hey, how we doing today?
Good, yourself?
All right, excellent. I'm happy to be here with my family. I had a question for Mike, but I guess Marty or Red or anybody can answer it. I got excited when I heard Ash speak about the internet sites, the satellites. I know that he said that we'll always have the one-time password, but do you think that at one point we will ever get rid of the one-time password to where we can just log into OnPassive or our back office instead of having to go through Google or Yahoo or anybody like that? Do y'all think that is possible in the future?
Does anyone want to take it? I'll take it. If not, I don't think it will ever go away, and I don't think we should ever want it to go away, because it provides an extra security for us. And you got to remember, I don't believe this account is going to be like your bank account now. This is going to be a big account, and I think you want that protection there. I think you want that double protection there. Personally, I don't think it will ever go away. Marty, Red, someone else want to jump in there?
Well, the process might be different, Milo, but the security, if anything, I want it to go up, not down.
Right.
I want it very difficult for somebody to come into my site. Very, very difficult. If it takes a couple more minutes for me to get in, it's that much more time for some crook to get in. And no, it's a big deal. You want triple, quadruple facial expression, thumbprint, whatever we got to do in the future, because you're going to be dealing with a lot of money, trust me, and you want to make it very secure if you can. It may not be the same process, Keith. We might have an in-house process that we verify our own people without going to Google or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised over that, especially since we're going to own our own data center.
That's what I'm thinking. As long as we have our own data center, I'm hoping that we can have something different than going through Google or Yahoo.
Oh, yeah. That could be. You're right. But I think security-wise, if anything, it's going to go higher, not less.
So security, I have no problem with. If it takes me an extra 5-10 minutes to get into it, I don't have a problem with that. But I was just thinking that if we can just go through on passive data centers and everything else, that'll be more beneficial for us, more security.
Yeah, no
Rather
doubt.
than going to someone
I
else.
got what you're saying. Yeah, I got
Okay.
it. Yeah.
All right. And then the next thing is with Yahoo, I'm having problems getting in on a Yahoo account. Is anyone else having problems getting in on Yahoo or any other account?
What kind of problem do you manage?
When I try to get in on my Yahoo account, it takes a while for it to get in, for it to get to my one-time password. And sometimes when I get the one-time password and then I go and copy and paste it, it freezes.
Keith, I think you are having a founder questions. I would suggest if you go to on Monday at 2 p.m. This is for guests. A lot of our guests who are watching here will not understand your questions. So it's really, it's better if you could go to the founders meeting, and that would make more sense. I see that Red has his mic on earlier. And did you need to say something, Red, based on
No, I was only going to reiterate what Marty and also that Milo have just said as well, is that we will never be getting rid of the security process that we have right now. I totally agree with Marty that it might actually go up, but also Keith has got a good point that we might go down the route of having something in-house along the lines of what we see with Google Authenticity have now, with the rolling, you got 25 seconds to put it in type of thing. All that is possible when, listen, at the end of the day, when we have control over everything that we do within OnPassive, because we have our own data center and cloud hosting, we can do whatever we want. So yeah, anything and everything is possible for sure.
For sure.
Thank you, Red.
All right, thank you. I'm sorry, I thought this was a founders only, but I'm sorry. I do have more questions, but I'll wait for Monday or Thursday or whatever.
Sure, absolutely. Thanks,
Thank
Keith,
you.
for being here. Thank you.
And thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you, Keith. All right, I see Manawa. Manawa, if you could please unmute your mic.
Hi, Julie. Good evening. How are you doing?
Doing fantastic. Good to have you here with us. Do you have a question?
Yes, my question goes directly to Malo. I want to find out that the animation for the data center that was sent on to the YouTube channel, can that be shared?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that question.
Marty DeGamo posted some animation regarding the data center. It came out this evening, so I was wondering, well, can that be shared?
Marty?
Whatever's on YouTube can be shared.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Unless the video says unlisted, you can share it.
No, it came to my because I subscribe on your YouTube channel, so it popped up, so I saw it, and I was concerned. I just wanted to make sure.
No. As long as it doesn't say unlisted, you can share it. And by the way, you picked the best YouTube channel in YouTube. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, and thank you, Marlo and Julie.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. And next up, I don't know that I can even argue with that. But anyway, Judy Reese, come on down.
Hi, I just wanted to say how much I appreciate all of the panelists. All of you guys are so informative, and I'm just a very, very happy, proud founder. Being on OnPassive is out of this world for me and my family. So thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Judy, and congratulations for being part of OnPassive. I do see Key has his hand raised earlier. Key, are you in the house? Would you like to speak before we call on Wayne?
No, Julie, I
I didn't realize this was guest only. It's more of a founder's response, but hey, everybody. No, I don't have anything to say.
Right, perfect, Keith. Good to have you here with us. Wayne Dockery, we see that you're here. Please unmute your mic.
Mr. Doc.
Good evening, everyone. I do have a question. A family member called me up this evening and wanted to know if the founders' positions were closed now. And I didn't know the answer to that for sure, because I know that that Ash had talked about closing it. And if it is closed, if they sign in, are they? Do we know what the name of the new position will be?
There is no new position named, is what he said. He said, I believe it's just going to be resellers, Red or Marty or Dan or Chris or someone, correct me if I'm wrong. But what I understand is they will be resellers, and founders will go away as soon as the campaign launches. And it hasn't launched yet, but as soon as you see the campaign launch, it will go away. Is that correct, guys?
Red?
You're shaking.
Yeah, pretty much correct. As far as founders positions is going to be finishing as soon as the marketing campaign starts. That will be the end of the founders position. As to this period between the campaigns running and main launch, we haven't been told what they're going to be. They probably won't be resellers, because resellers will be after the main launch. So they're more likely to be called, I don't know, on passive pre-founders or something like, I don't know, whatever he comes up with, whatever idea it is. But they will have access to the O-Founders back office in some way, shape or form, because they will have to prior to the main launch. But the price will be different. And also this is where we get to test that most important thing, which is the O-Wallet. So everything's all going to slot into place at the same time. He did allude to the time frame for this, that obviously we all knew that the marketing campaigns were meant to be starting by the end of January. This has been pushed back slightly because there's more products that are going to be added to the marketing campaign that are ready. And when there's millions of dollars involved for this 16-month marketing campaign that's starting on our behalf as founders, it needs to be right. It needs to make sure that everything's in the right place for this campaign. So I wouldn't be surprised that next couple of weeks or so, I think we'll probably see it. He is keen to get going more than anybody. And that's the main thing here, is that we need to realize that all this time that we are going forward without bringing any extra money in to the company, let alone to the founders, he is paying it all out of pocket. And he told us as well on Monday how much he pays AWS services. It's eye-watering amounts of money on a monthly basis. So he's very keen to get going, put it that way. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's sooner rather than later. I hope that helps answer your question. But yes, the founder's position is open at the moment at the same price.
Okay, thank you very much.
Awesome, Wayne. Thank you so much. If you're watching us live right now, and if you're not in on passive, obviously the founder positions right now, it's still available. You could become a founder of this ginormous company, an artificial intelligence information technology company, and you could be part of it. And your decision for today, based on all the information that you're watching and you're receiving today, you could make that decision. And it only costs you $97, right? And $5 credit card fee, which is total of $102. Once you become an OnPassive founder, you get to learn, you get to see the development of the products of OnPassive. I mean, part of it, because obviously we don't really get to witness the tech side of it, it's developing, but you get to learn a lot of information from it. Once the company launched to the world, there is going to be one more activation fee. We've been talking about 200 to 300, but now I was told that it's going to be less than that amount. We don't know what the exact amount is, but if you are a founder of Avant Passive, we do hope that you get back with the person who shared this with you. Now, I'd like to bring this up really quick. On the last meeting with our CEO, Mr. Ash Mulford, he said he wanted us to raise our vision. He said, we are reaching our goal sooner, better, higher, faster than we ever expected. And we are moving on the right directions. I like to hear from any of the founders, leaders here. Would you like to talk about it? You know, Red, Dan, Marty, Chris, Lystra, John, I mean, anyone can actually talk about what does that statement means to you? Anyone wants to comment on that? I'll throw it to Milo first.
I mean, I think, you know, well, we're getting there faster and quicker because we got a lot more products. You know, there's a lot more that's put into the system. When we talk about a data center, is huge, you know, and you talk of some of them other things that he said, and, you know, he's said all along that there's other things, you know, that's going to happen. And we don't even know what they are. So I think it's kind of like an iceberg. We see the top, but we don't know what's underneath. It's much bigger underneath than it is on the top. The part we see, I think, is a small part of it. So I do think that, you know, yeah, we're going to get there much faster, much quicker. And like Michael was saying, you know, you can be passive. It's okay. You'll still get there. You're still going to get there. You're still going to make them apples, you know, if you don't do anything, let the company do it. But do you really want to do that when you have this huge opportunity, and not even just for you, but you telling someone, you know, here's the thing that always bothers me. What if I don't tell someone and they come back to me and say, dude, you knew about that and you didn't tell me? I know Doc would have been saying that, you know, he'd be coming to me and saying, what the heck? You knew about this and you didn't tell me, you know? And it was kind of strange the way I got to Doc. But anyway, you know, I think it's important that we put it out there to people, and it will become good.
Absolutely, Milo. You know, we had a conversation. We actually had an interview this morning with one of our founder, and he happened to be a security, you know, IT consultant. And I actually wanted to call on you, Oliver. We had a conversation this morning right after we had the interview, and I'd like you to take maybe about 3 to 5 minutes and talk a little bit about your light bulb moment when you heard Mr. Ash talk about the data centers and all that. And keep in mind, this is our you know, guest webinar. So Oliver, would you like to comment on that really quick?
Yeah, hi everybody, this is Oliver. Yeah, it's mind-blowing. It's hey Ben, Dr. Benny, and all winners in the house. It was mind-blowing when I heard that when he started talking about it 2 weeks ago. I was like, okay, and I said, this is game changer. This is what is going to like. It's going to turn things around, and OnPassive is going to be a country on its own with everything. It's a super market that has everything in it. That when you come there, you grab everything. And when he talked about the cloud center, makes me to know that he mentioned that we're going to have an AI cloud center. That alone, I had peace of mind, because we don't have any kind of, it's not any kind of cloud center. We are not like data center like before. We are not like Amazon Cloud Center, Microsoft Cloud Center. We are AI Cloud Center. So he took us now to the next level. And what is that next level? That next level comes with maximum security and AI Cloud Center with a maximum cyber security detective that AI comes with it. So that defense, that first defense is there before the data has to be stored in there. So we are comfortable and we are fine. This is a guest webinar. I don't need to go into details, but our security is good. Thank you.
Thank you, Oliver. I know I just kind of pick on you because it was really great conversations that we had this morning, and I'm loving it. You know, I see someone in here that has very strange names, so I'm gonna call on him. Huckleberry
Hound.
Hound. Huckleberry Hound.
Could you
Who
come
are
on
you?
down, Huckleberry Hound, and talk to us?
Huckleberry Hound.
He's in the house.
House.
Green shirt, green hat, green cap.
Huckleberry Hound. Right ahead, please.
Yeah,
Unmute your mic.
here, and I'm looking all over. Where is this guy? I don't see him. Thanks a lot, Marty DeGarmo. Well, you know what? Hey, I got 2 words, or is it 1 word? I don't know. It's the whole package. It's everything you've ever been looking for. It's everything that you didn't know you were looking for. It's everything that every single person in this world needs if you truly want to change your lifestyle. 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week, 60 hours a week. That's what we were trained to do since we graduated from high school or college. Well, you go get educated, which is a great thing, learn as much as we can. And then we got to find out, we got to spend the next 30, 40 years working for somebody else, listening to everything they say, driving to those locations. We got something now, which I'm calling the whole package, where I can sit in my underwear, I can watch TV, I can go fishing, and it's going to work around the clock for me. Not just for one day, all year. I'm pretty excited about that. I mean, they had me at it's all done for you, folks. That is the truth. Michael is right. All you really got to do is get in. Now we have doctors, lawyers, scientists, auto workers, retirees. We have farmers. We have every single qualification in this. We got preachers. We got religious. We got everything in here. What do you think they're seeing that you're not? You want to know what you're not seeing? You never even tried to look at this. We're asking you to just come check it out. I'm not going to call you, but I would like you just to check it out and make your own decision. Get in this. This is why we're doing this. It will change everything about your life. I guarantee you that. That's all I got, Julie. Thank you very much, Huckleberry.
All right. Thank you, Huckleberry Hound. Mr. Chris Johnson, thank you for coming down and talking. All right. Next up, we got Miss Willow Griffith. Come on down, Willow.
I want to tell you, I've never been so excited in my life. If an 81-year-old could be any more excited, I'd probably be in the morgue. But I do want to say something here that I don't think a lot of people are looking at. You know, people are leaving the workforce in droves, especially women. The largest amount of exodus from the regular workforce that has ever been documented is happening right now. These are women that are educated. There are teachers, our healthcare workers like our friend, our friend Keith. They've got to have a place to go. They have to grow. They want to start their own businesses. And guess where they're going to go? We got everything to offer them, even if they want to get their doctorate degree online. There's going to be, I tell you, we don't have any worries. If you got one person under you, you don't have any worries. The floodgates are opening, and I feel them. And the people that I do business with on a daily basis, the women that I know that no longer are going to agree to let somebody give them a lesser job to feed their babies and expect them to work 2 jobs to feed their babies. That's not going to happen anymore. They're not going to go back. The care workers like my grandson and Keith that have been working 16 hours a day with very little help from the hospitals. Let me tell you, they're going someplace else. And guess where they're going? They're going to go to Ontasset in droves. We are going to be so shocked that, you know, I can hardly wait. I can hardly wait. When I heard Ash, I said to myself, every time I see that man, I get all weepy, and I said, I'm not confident to talk to him because I can't keep my emotions in check. He is a visionary par excellence. We will not be able to find another opportunity and like what's in front of us right now. And I know a lot of people are afraid and fear factor is stepping in. Well, I don't want to trust those buggers online anymore. Well, there comes a time when you have to jump off the post. If you're ever going to exceed in anything, you've got to have a little faith in yourself to follow it through. So if I can do it at 81 years old and I'm starting a whole new career, I thought, you're 30, you're 25, and you're complaining about the marketplace. Do something about it. You've got the biggest opportunity in the world sitting right in your lap. So I wanted to say that I did some talking today, and I've got tubes coming out of my nose and things like that. And my health is bad. And so I said to this young lady, I said, you are in the right place. God has led you to the right place. Have faith and it'll carry you through. When I heard Ash talking, my husband and I, who could barely stand up lately, we were so cold that night, we were dancing around the cake. What's coming up for us in On Passage is unfathomable. It's never, ever, ever been done. And trust me when I say I know what I'm talking about. I do know. I've got a friend. I got a friend that's a remote viewer. Let me tell them this, Julie. Get right on. And he worked for the government for many, many years in the spy industry. And he used to be so good. He could look down at a piece of paper with a word on it, and he could tell him the color of his shorts. Clear over in Russia. He gave me a call this morning because he knew I'd been sick, and he said, boy, you're looking pretty rough, old girl. And he says, you got a lot that's coming for you. And I said, I know. I said, I don't know how I'm going to handle it, Clyde. And he says, you're not only going to handle it, he says, the whole world's got to learn how to handle it. He says, it's blowing in like that northwestern storm that's been blowing in, and we're not going to believe it until it happens.
Thank you, Willow.
So I get the percentage. Julie, I've been away too long.
Always good to hear from you, Willow. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you stay safe. All right, I'm going to go ahead and call on Abram Palsy. Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yeah, correctly. Good evening.
Hello.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you.
It's always a pleasure for me to be here. Thank you very much. I will not comment more because I have less than 2 minutes only. It's for guidance, please. I know our CEO has been talking about mining. And he says, whenever there is need for anything, we'll create it. And he's been talking a lot about mining. I'm in Mali, West Africa. And between 2005 and 2016, we have close to 600 companies that have obtained gold mining, let me specify, gold mining licenses. It is certified, which means I'm very much interested on our plans in the mining industry. So please, Julie, who can I contact to understand exactly what are our plans? Because I cannot be in Mali sitting on gold. In our industry, in our platform, we're talking about gold mining, and then I'm not interested in. So I think I want to further blow my mind, please. What do you advise me, Julie?
Abram, I don't believe he's talking about mining in the sense of gold mining or anything in the land. I believe it's crypto mining. I believe it's some kind of crypto mining. I could be wrong, but Marty, how about you? What do you think?
Yeah, what he was talking about is crypto mining and how to mining crypto is very expensive because of the heat it generates, and you have to cool the machines down. I believe he's working on a way to mine more efficiently. I don't know, but if it's happening far, I'm pretty sure that's what he means. We'll find out, but that is what he's talking about. He's talking about mining cryptocurrency.
Because he also talks about trading, and so trading and mining and all that.
The whole thing. Yeah, you're right.
Right.
Mano, the whole thing.
Crypto trading, it's all blockchain technology type stuff. But what he's saying, and I don't know if you guys remember this, but probably 6 or 8 months ago, I caught what he was saying, and it was big at the time to me, was he walked into the room and he says he had a big smile on his face, and he says, I want you guys to know that our financial system has been adopted or is going to be available in 212 countries, and all the governments have approved it, and it's not crypto and it's not fiat, the US dollar. So what is it? I believe that maybe he's come up with some other kind of crypto, because there's all kind of alternative crypto. And like Marty was saying, the big thing with crypto, if you understand blockchain and Bitcoin, Bitcoin is arrived from being on blockchain, and it's mined by machines. Well, the machines create a lot of heat, and it uses a ton of electricity. So governments have been wanting someone to find something that they call green, that doesn't use all that electricity, doesn't use that. So I don't know what the thing is, but I assume that this is part of that. Personally, that's what I think.
I think you're 100% right. Keep in mind, what we know about OnPassive is the top of the iceberg. What we don't know, which is the 99% under the water, that's what we don't know. I'm telling you right now. This is way bigger that we don't know than we do know. Trust me. So whatever he's doing, especially when he has the time to invent, he's an inventor. He's a thinker. That's what he does. When he gets his time freed up, it's going to be a crazy ride, and we're all in on it together.
Thank you very much. I was thinking of mining as one of our physical products, as many others. So thank you very much for the explanation. But I think I'll have an eye on that. Thank you, Steve, please.
You're welcome. Hey, thank you, Abram. So next up, we got Mr. Key. Window, come on down, Key.
Hey, guys. Can you hear me, Milo?
We can hear you good, brother.
Man, I enjoy seeing you guys. Missed y'all a little bit. Back to working, kicking my butt kicked. But anyway, I was excited to hear Ash the other night. There's one thing that more than one, but the one thing that I noticed about Ash, and I think all of you did too, was the amount of excitement and energy that he had, regardless of how many hours the man's worked. And speaking to, I know this is an open forum, anybody that's looking at OnPassive, Ash Mufareh is a thinker. And what do I mean by that? Marty's already starting to bob his head. The guy's got a notebook. He comes up with things all the time on how to fix things that he sees need correcting. I think he holds a record in recruiting, and he's going to bring that skill set for us and line our pockets, if you will. But the one thing that everybody's been mentioning, Jeffrey and I have talked extensively about this, and it's called perpetual energy. I don't know what it is, but if you understand what the word perpetual means, once you start it, it doesn't stop. And when you start thinking about mining, for instance, the cost factor associated with mining outweighed the benefit. I mean, if you spend more money on electricity than you do what you're making, it's a null point. Why do it? And I just think that Ash in the future, what we don't know today about Ash is a lot. What Ash brings to us today that we don't know is a lot. We know a little, like Marty points reference to, but the man is such a thinker and such a visionary. And he wants to share it with everybody that's here. He wants to share it with everybody that puts their 2 cents worth into OnPassive. I'm proud to be associated with the man. I have had personal conversations with him, and he's just he's one of a kind. And you would do yourself a favor to align yourself with OnPassive and learn as all of us are learning. There's a lot about OnPassive I don't know. There's a lot about OnPassive that a lot of people here don't know. There's a lot that we do know, but Ash is a deep thinker and a deep man. And to think that we know what he has in his back hip pocket, you're playing poker against a man you don't want to play poker against. But anyway, good to see you guys. Glad to be here with you. That's all.
Thank you, Key. And that's good stuff, man. I remember sitting down with Ash the first time. I was fortunate enough to sit down with the guy. And I remember the thing that was important to me was music. Can I take my piano in Nashville, sit down at it and play my piano, and have a guitar player in New York play at the exact same time and us sing together and it come out perfect, and a drummer in California or whatever. And I remember Ash, he did not give me, this is one thing you'll notice about Ash, he thinks before he says. He runs all these things and you can see the wheels moving in his head. Well, when I asked him that, the wheels were moving and he goes, "We can't do it now." He said, "But we will do it as soon as it's available because of the thing called latency," which I knew about, which means that, you can't sing here and there and it come out right. That's the reason whenever you try to, if someone's singing on a webinar and you turn your mic on, guess what? You just screwed the whole thing up because you can't have two going at the same time. It doesn't work. One kills the other and it's back and forth. But he said, "We will," as soon as it did. And man, when I heard that, it gave me hope to know that this guy is waiting to do that. As soon as it happens, he told me, "We're going to do it." That was great. All right, next up, I see we got Mr. Deepak. Come on down, Deepak.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Sir, I am audible?
What's that?
Sir, I am audible?
We can hear you, Deepak.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you good.
Okay. Thank you so much. So I just want to say that Ash has described OnPassive in a very short form and very clearly. That is CATMO. C stand for Complete Internet Solutions, and A stand for Artificial Intelligence, T for Targeted Traffic and Money. It's very simple. If we get connected with these words, we can know OnPassive what they will bring into the market. They will bring the complete internet ecosystem with complete internet solutions, you can say. That means which you are seeing or which you have seen or which you will see in future, everything they will bring into a single platform on a single click, where people of the planet will find everything on a single click. And everything will be managed by that artificial intelligence technology, not by any humans or something like that. That will be managed by artificial, and there will be a targeted traffic. And I tell you one thing example of today's internet and what we are bringing. Like, you can take example of social media. Do you think that today's social media is good for upcoming children's? I will not prefer this social media to come for my children's because it's not so safe. But social media is a platform which is very valuable, and that valuable social media will be brought by OnPassive. Same thing in other cases, like we can say mailing software. Like in Gmail, we have so many errors, or you can say in Yahoo, we have so many errors. But in OMail, there will be no errors, and there will be it will be maintained, or it will be driven by artificial intelligence in machine learning technology. And these are very good things, and every our tool will be driven by AI and ML, and that will be very fantastic. And this will be the game changer of this planet, and everyone will come to this OnPassive. And I think that OnPassive will bring the complete planet on this our platform, because we are we are developing every tool from the bottom and from the new one, and everything will be very quite fine. So this only I want to share, and thank you so much. I got the chance to speak. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepak. You know, it's been over 2 years, almost 3 years for many of us that are here. And as we watching on passive moving in the journey, we have seen that we all have this power. When I talk about power, I don't mean to power over someone else. You know, when I share on passive, I feel that there is the power within me. The power, when I mentioned about the word power, I really truly wanted to say that it is the ability for us to use that power that we have in our hand to make the decisions that we want in life. And I believe that many of us here have been witnessing the fact that on passive give us that power, that ability to do what we want, when we want, how we want to, who we want to do the things with. And on passive is a place to be. I'm not sure who else disagree with me on this part. You know, we are here, and I'm so glad that we have a lot of our founders' friends that are here and sharing on passive. I know Milo and Marty usually have a lot of conversations, and every time they have that kind of conversations, there's always, you know, light bulbs and always kaboom is going. So Milo, I'm really wanted to send it to you. And are you agree with what I'm saying, Milo?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You've said a lot tonight, but yeah, I agree with you know, everything you say. You know, it's a wonderful company to be in. And like Marty said, and I said, you know, that iceberg, we just know the little bit at the top. We don't know what's down below. And I don't even see Marty. Did he run out on me? Looks like he did. But anyway, it's always, you know, it's big things that are coming up. And today on the show with Oliver, wow, it was awesome. And I tell you, you got to watch that show because it's great. We go through about the security, you know, and we talk about, you know, all kinds of stuff on the show. But I can tell you the 30 minutes that we had was way too short. But that's all the time we had, and we had a good time doing it. And you know, it was just a wonderful thing. Hey, Chris, what about how is things going with the Angels? Give us a little update on that, the home list.
Well, the Angels list is still growing. Okay. And of course, we know we got to wait till we launch for the funds to come in, but I still have people adding every day from almost every single country now, which I'm loving. I figured my personal self is when you join in to Unpassive, you automatically become an angel. It's your choice after we launch to help out, but that was my promise to Ashes. That's what I really want to do. And I made that a promise to him because what he did for us, I can never thank him enough. There's nothing I can give him that could say thank you, but what I can do is show him that I believe in his vision too. And this world, as you all know, it needs a lot of help in every single country. Every single country needs help right now, bottom line. So I believe the Angels will come in for the homeless, kids, anyone hungry or starving, my God, in this world, it's uncalled for. So I really, truly believe Obless is going to put us at the highest point of any mountain in this world, and people are going to see Obless. Obless, I believe, is going to be on every news channel. For once, you're going to see something good on the news lately, I believe, after we launch with Obless and how it saved a town, a village, kids from not having clean water. I think it's going to be all over the place. That enough for me was enough just to join Unpassive. So I'm really, really excited about that. I just can't wait to get it going. But if you do have ideas, folks, write them down, get them ready. Because when we launch the Angels, We got our wings going. We're going to be flying all over the world helping people. And I need every one of you guys to make that promise to yourself and just help out. It'll be awesome. Thank you, Milo.
I love it, Chris. I love it that we'll be able to help other people. You know, on the Julie and Milo show, we always, the second part of that show, we always talk about how this movement is going and how the giving is going to go, you know, and how Ash said, you know, I might not be able to change the world, but I can change somebody's world. That's a huge statement. And then when you put that into the fact that now we have 1.7 million of us, and if we all get that same mindset, which I've seen that happening over and over on the show, and I talk to people, and it's no longer about what we're going to do for ourselves. It's about what we're going to do for others. Do I think we can change homelessness? Absolutely. I think we can eradicate it. You know, I think we can give people water overseas. I think we can give people food. It's going to change the world because what we have is a movement. And I see we got a couple hands up, so let's go right to Mr. Bruce Durstein. Come on down, brother.
Thank you, Milo. I'm struggling a bit with a new partial in my mouth, and I'm not enjoying it at all. So I'm going to see the dentist this week. When Chris was talking, I don't know why, some things sometimes they trigger me. And I kept thinking of this song, when there is a will, there is a way. When there is a will, there is a way. Oh, bless is nothing but the heart and the will of a lot of people here. And the thing about it is that I also think how much a part of Oh, bless OSAF will be a part of too. How much they'll be integrated to coordinate everything that has to be get done to help all the causes that are out there. It doesn't happen because we have people who can do it, get money, have to have organization. And that's what we're doing here in OnPassive as well. In Beta Testing Well Founders, we're finding how to organize and structure things so they get better and better and better and better. It doesn't matter when we launch. When we launch, we know we will be unstoppable. For sure, we will be unstoppable. Keith mentioned words that he talked with Jeffrey about. But I think that what we have here is an unstoppable snowball that's not going downhill. It's a snowball that's going uphill and getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm so happy to be a part of this. I'm happy to see all these wonderful OnPassive here, OnPassivinians. You know, we have a long way to go, but our destination right in front of us. And all we have to do is trust Ash in what he's doing and understand that his mind goes like 1,000 different directions at one time because he's always thinking of what's the next best thing to do. And everything we do in Beta is helping him to improve what we have to get to that place where we finally achieve our goal. But our goal is not one that has an end. It has no end. OnPassive has no end. OnPassive is something that's a movement that will continue on and on and on for generations. And we're blessed to be the founders right now. Thanks.
Absolutely, Bruce. Thank you so much. Thank you. I do hope that you stay well, Bruce.
Thank you.
And stay safe as well. Thanks, Bruce, for being here with us. All right, our last speaker tonight, Narelle Walcon from Australia. Good to hear from you, Narelle. Please go ahead and unmute your mic.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Milo. And thank you to Michael Williams for coming on and being a part of this amazing webinar today. Mine is, I suppose, a little bit to the guests, those who are sitting out there wondering. I came across a quote just recently, and I have read it previously over many years, and it says, "How long will you watch others do what you want to do?" How long has it been since you've been sitting there wondering what it is you can do? Help change the world, help your family, help your community. So it really sort of stuck with me, you know, because how long will you watch others do what you want to do? Are you afraid? Are you scared? Are you living in fear? Have you been, taken for a ride before? Have you been scammed? Let's just say it straight out there. We all have, and you'll find each and every one of us went through those same situations. But we saw a vision handed down by our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh. And that vision is from a man with a golden heart, a man who wanted to change the world, a man who wanted to change your world. And he doesn't want to be the richest man in the world. He wants to be the kindest. And with over 1 million founders now, you can see that many people saw that vision, many people. So it's time to stop living in fear. Reach out to anyone who brought you to this webinar, or if you're coming in live on YouTube, reach out to those people and say, hey, listen, I want to know a little bit more about this, because you will be part of this movement. You will be part of the change that we are going to bring as On Passivians, and we will be the change. We will bring balance back to humanity. We will bring correction to the corruption. This is much bigger than any one of us can see or feel. But, what we do feel and what we do see from our CEO is truly, truly passion, and just a man coming from the heart. So I just wanted to share that today. Thank you, Julie and Milo, for allowing me to speak today.
Thank you, Narelle. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. So that ends the show for the night. Want to thank you all for coming and for being here. That includes, Michael Williams. It includes Marty DeGarmo was here, Chris Johnson, and all the leaders that we had here. Lynn Nakamoto for helping us out with the bringing guests on, and Julie, of course, my great co-host that keeps everything running and stuff. But it is time to go, and so we are going to close it down. And I appreciate every one of you that came here, because remember, without you, we don't have a show. We don't have a show. And tonight there was 300 people here, and it's still 277, I think, here. And I just want to thank every one of you, and know that in On Passive, every one of you is important. I don't care who you are. Every one of you is important. And remember, if you are a founder, you were something big. In 2 years, it's going to be a huge thing. Believe me, this company is much bigger than you think or you could even imagine. So, Julie, it's time to go home. I'm sending it over to you. Close it out like you do the best.
Thank you, Milo. Thank you so much, everyone. On Passive is much bigger than any one of us. If you are a founder of On Passive, I encourage you to plug in, connecting the dots, connecting the pieces together. Yesterday, after the meeting, I took the recording of the meeting yesterday. I sent it out to my entire team, right? A team of customers. I sent not only that video, I also included the audios that Mr. Ash Mufareh said and put together since 2018. Any one of you, if you're listening to what he shared in 2018, the 2 audios, which you actually can find it in our Julie and Milo Show YouTube channel. If you take those, listening to those again, connecting the dots, and then listening to the message, the video, the meeting that he shared yesterday, it all connecting together. He had mentioned yesterday, you have to glue these pieces together. And when you do that, you're going to see the biggest picture, right? It is really up to you for you to be able to see that or not. Everything our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh, put out there is for all of us. Let us all getting in together, go to our back office, to O Network even, say a few thank you and appreciation words to our CEO, pray for strength, encouragement, and share that with the rest of the world. We are in it, and it's so much bigger than any one of us here. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Appreciate everyone that spoke today. Your encouragement and your words of inspirations really give us the energy to keep on moving. So thank you so much for everyone. Good night from Orange County, California.
Good night from Nashville.
Night from Kansas.
Good night from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Good night from Mali, Bamako.
Good night from
Good
New
night
York
from
City.
Houston, Texas.
Good
Good night from Australia.
New York City.
Good night.
Good night from Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Texas.
Good night, everyone. We love you
Australia.
all. Yeah, Nakamoto, Listra, Bill, Musk, Patricia, Julie, Yvonne, William Doctor, Dylan, Dr. Benny, Marie Penny, Abrams,
Chris Johnson.
Hello, bye, Julie. Thank you for your time.
See you next time.
To all the LC invitation.
Bye. Winners. It's the time to go.